Hi, friends, family, and other people watching this video. I wanted to say hello and introduce what I'm doing for the next year from September 1st, that's today, to August 31st of next year, 2020. I'm going to be taking a year off work and have a year of fun employment. And for me, fun employment means unemployment on purpose with confidence. For the next year, I'm going to be doing a few projects that I've always wanted to do, some retraining, some bucket list items, personal fulfillment, all sorts of things. So I just wanted to run down the list of a couple things that I have planned so you guys can all keep me accountable. And from here on out, I'm going to try to be posting updates on all my goals periodically throughout the year so that you can see my progress and cheer me on or motivate me. First thing I want to say is Funemployment is a term that I first heard of from Evelyn from the internets. She's a YouTuber and I watched her video on her own fun employment experience and it was really motivating for me. It seemed very special. It seemed very unique and something that I thought I would benefit from. I've been suffering a lot of burnout and misalignment of values with my employer, and I felt that it was about time to look at something new and different and explore an opportunity for personal fulfillment rather than just going into work and not really finding a whole lot of meaning in what I was doing. So thanks to Evelyn from the internets for giving me the idea and explaining what types of things I would need to do in order to make this more successful for myself, including creating a list of goals for the year. Over the next year, I'm running a marathon, my marathon of choice, the Windermere Marathon in Spokane, Washington. It'll take place on May 17th of 2020. And I picked that one in particular because the course map looks to be a steady decrease in elevation the entire way, which is great for someone doing their very first marathon. Been on my bucket list for probably about 6 months. I wasn't quite committed to running a marathon, but I've run 2 half marathons before, and after deciding to take the year off, I figured it was a good way, 1, to get healthy, and 2, to do something that I probably wouldn't make a regular goal every year. So, marathon on May 17, 2020. The next goal that I have is to learn a foreign language, and I've chosen Spanish. Because there's a lot of Spanish speakers within the US, I figured that that would be the most relevant and allow me to converse a lot better with people that knew Spanish, which would help me learn Spanish better. I do have family members that speak Spanish. I have a lot of friends that speak Spanish, so I think that that would be the best opportunity for me to learn a way that I can increase my fluency pretty well. In achieving that Spanish fluency goal, I have a trip planned to Playa del Carmen with a travel company called Travel by Beth. I've traveled with them before and they are excellent. And this particular trip is called Girls Just Want to Have Sun. But on this trip, because it is targeted towards women only, I will be going without my husband on a trip for vacation for the first time in a long time. So that will be a new experience for me as well, which hopefully I'll feel motivated to practice my Spanish fluency or Spanish language attempts at fluency, and get a little bit more acquainted about how I would like to travel. If I do travel by myself more often, figuring out how I travel versus what I choose to do because my husband likes to do it or that my travel companions like to do it. So just getting a little bit more acquainted with my own preferences and isolating what I like to do versus what I like to do for others. Also, along the lines with the Spanish fluency, I want to plan a trip to Mexico in May of 2020 to be kind of like the capstone course for discovering whether or not that Spanish self-teaching attempts have been successful. We're trying to plan a Mexico trip for after I finish my marathon, so it'll be a capstone for my Spanish language and also a celebration for running the marathon. I'm hoping to get several other people to be able to go on that with me, and if you are interested, friends and family that might be watching this video, let me know before, let's say March, if you want to come, and I'll see if we can get all the details coordinated and let you know when those dates will actually be. The next goal is my husband and I are planning a move back to Washington. We've been away from Washington for about 7.5 years, living out in the Midwest, currently living in Illinois. It's about time for us to get back closer to family that we've missed out on seeing them in their lives and participating in the activities that they do. We have so many family members that still live in Washington, and even extended family members, aunts and uncles and cousins and things that we just haven't been able to have a close relationship with, or as close as we'd prefer. So reconnecting with family, particularly coming up towards the holidays, is one of our goals. We are listing our house for sale on September 3rd, which is only 2 days from now. And once we get an idea of when the closing date will be on that, we'll have a better idea of when we're actually going to make the final big move back to Washington. In addition to moving to Washington, my mom is going to be letting us stay in one of her houses, and in exchange we're going to be helping her clean out and organize and repair, and potentially help her do some short-term rentals in the building. So that is a really generous offer that my mom has made, that we are able to sell our house here and have a place to live that isn't just going to be draining our nest egg of just paying in rent. We'll be paying all the utilities and helping with repair costs and things. Really thankful for that. That's one of the goals, to help her get on steady footing with that. In addition, one of my other goals, because I have a list of many, is to vlog and to do video editing. One, to keep me accountable for all the goals that I'm setting, and to keep me on pace and on track so that I can complete those goals within the year that I've set aside for this Funemployment. And two, so that I can explore the skills of video editing, so that I'll be better prepared for when I do re-enter looking for a job, that I'll have a different skill set, not only with the Spanish, hopefully fluency, but video editing is a skill set that I have dabbled with in my last position, but never really got an opportunity to explore live action. A lot of the video editing I did was screen capture editing, and that's not quite as interesting as dealing with voice modulation and lighting and all sorts of things that I'm really interested in seeing and doing. Part of the vlogging that I'll do will be posting these to YouTube, and links to those YouTube will be posted on my other social media channels. So I've started a lot of social media channels in order to figure out how to spread the word and keep me accountable again, and to share with my friends and family and others who might be interested what my achievements are for the last year. So I have a YouTube channel, and if you haven't already discovered it because of watching this video, it's called Peer Review Crew. And I also have a Instagram account, also with the Peer Review Crew handle there. Also on Twitter, again, Peer Review Crew. So if you are looking for me in those locations, that's the thing to look for me using that handle. And also search for me by my email address if you have it, or you can find me on Facebook. Again, part of what this goal is over the next year is to kind of explore my own goals and my own self-confidence, and making sure that I know what I want to do, and not having all the outside pressures of what my employer is telling me to do, or what society is telling me to do, and what things are marketable and whatnot. Just trying to explore this one year to learn what I can find meaning in. I want to be able to do cooking at home more, and grow an herb garden, and participate in a community-supported agricultural program. And all those things are available in my hometown of Spokane, Washington. And I'm looking forward to exploring those options and finding ways to do that in a sustainable way. So going plastic-free and waste-free as much as possible, reducing my environmental impact by eating more vegetarian and meat-free options, and just reusing and recycling, and creating a lifestyle that's more minimalistic, and not having a lot of things in consumerism, and buying into the idea of where the stuff I have isn't good enough. I want to be able to enjoy the things I have, use them as much as I want to, and only replace them when I have to, and I'm no longer experiencing any happiness or joy from them. So there's a lot of opportunities for me to explore those sustainability options with CSAs and package-free shopping and vegetarianism options within Spokane. So I'm really looking forward to exploring those. And I'll keep you guys posted and recommend some things as I see them. So to kind of boil it back a little bit, step back to, I kind of stated out my goals of the marathon, the Spanish, moving and reconnecting with family, vlogging and video editing to rediscover my self-confidence, and cooking at home and sustainability. Those are all goals. And to keep myself on track, I'm going to state the rules of my Funemployment. My Funemployment is from September 1st, 2019. That's today, although you're probably watching this a couple days later because it takes a little while to video edit it. It will end on August 31st, 2020. That's exactly 1 year. I plan to focus that entire year on enjoying and exploring passions that I haven't had an opportunity to do before. With the end and the close of that Funemployment year, I will start searching for a job starting on September 1st, 2020. I'm not going to be looking for a job. I'm not going to be applying for a job. I'm not going to be job hunting until September 1st. I might come across some things over the next year where I'm interested in, and I'll kind of make a note to follow up on the first, but I'm not going to be actively looking for a full-time job or a part-time job or any type of formalized employment until September 1st of 2020. So I have the full year to explore all these Funemployment tasks and goals that I have for myself. I have a spreadsheet of monthly goals, and I'm going to do some 30-day challenges to help me with some of the sustainability things, the improved health and lifestyle, and minimalism types of things, and developing a healthy lifestyle for my marathon training. And as it gets closer to when I start that training, you guys will see a lot more videos of me very sweaty, potentially a lot more pictures of the food that I'm eating. And if you're interested in any of those recipes, just make comments in the videos and I'll see what I can do if it's not already within the description. I want to close by stating that I understand that this is a privilege to even have the opportunity to do this Funemployment year. I want to give a lot of credit to my husband for being willing to support me during this year off work. He's still working for his employer in a remote capacity, which allows us to move. I understand that as someone who is financially stable, I have a lot more opportunities than someone who may not be in the same position. I also recognize that I have a privilege being college educated. I have a bachelor's degree, so that when I do re-enter the workforce or go start looking for jobs and applying for jobs, that I do have that very typical requirement of must have a bachelor's degree. And I understand and recognize that some people won't be able to do this. For anybody who's looking to emulate this, or even just interested in knowing more about me and my motivations, or ask me questions about the goals that I have or how I'm processing through this, it is an experiment. So I'll try to answer any questions that you might have, share with you the steps that I've taken along the way to describe what it is I'm doing and why. And if you want to connect with me, I gave you my social media usernames and things, and I'll link them in the description so that if you want to find me there, it'll be a little bit easier for you. So it is still Labor Day weekend, and my only goal for September 1st today, since it's Sunday, is to create this little video and get started on some video editing of it. Tomorrow it's another day off, so I'm going to enjoy that with my husband while he still has the day off, and then starting on Tuesday it's going to launch right into Spanish learning, 1 hour a day, Monday through Friday, and starting to build up the training plan for what I want to do for diet and exercise for my marathon training. So I'll keep you posted. Follow me on social media, subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications. Until my next video, have a great day.